So good evening everyone. So it's evening over here, that's why good evening. So after a long time no see guys, so today's video is going to be about one of the questions that I often get. According to me, often means like 2-3 times. So the thing that I get is that is Apache 200 a good beginner bike or not? So let me start with some of my background. So as you guys already know, most of my regular viewers, that this is the first bike that I have owned. Previously I have owned an Ntorq 125. I am very new to motorcycling as a hobby or as a mode of entertainment, as you can say. So being just a mostly a scooter owner and scooter rider, I really didn't have any much idea about how to ride a bike, how to maintain it, how to customize it, how to make this as your own. So today I will be talking about couple of points depending on my observations that I had, why this is a perfect beginner bike from my point of view. So let's get. So the first point that I would like to highlight is the engine. So yeah, so the biggest advantage of having Apache 200 is the engine, as it is a very tractable engine. So I feel like most of the torque is kicking out in around like 3000 to 4000 rpm, which makes you it makes the riding it in a city quite nimble, and you will actually be spending most of the time in the city with this bike. So that makes a lot of sense to have a tractable engine, unlike like KTM bikes or like Apache like NS 200 or so, which do not have like tractable engine, and they kind of generates the most of its power in the higher rev band. So as a beginner you should be focusing on riding economically, riding safe, and enjoying the ride. And these are the things that helps this bike to make you a better rider. And also, coming about the other point from the engine is that it is oil cooled, hence there is no such, and we all know that oil cooled and air cooled engines do produce the torque at lower rev band, and they do not rev as high as a liquid cool bike like let's say like NS 200 or like Duke 200. So the power delivery is very linear, and that makes a lot of sense as a beginner, because you won't be like riding it in full throttle. So that's a big advantage over there. Let's talk about another figure that usually everyone asks, like kitna deti hai. So as a beginner rider, I think like 40 kmpl is what you should expect from your first bike. And some other, let's take the example of the younger sibling like 164B or something like that. They even written around like 45 or max to max like 46 47. So the difference in the mileage is not so much. All right, so that's a good point. So that's the second point. Let's talk about the third point, that is slipper clutch and how it is making you a great rider. So once you start pulling the clutch, you can immediately feel like how light it is, and that's the biggest advantage of having a slipper clutch, and it will not tire you out. And you can just go to any normal any walk in any showroom and just pull in the clutch of any other bike, and you can immediately feel the difference of a slipper clutch and a normal clutch. So these are the 3 points, and let's talk about the fourth one. This is a big one, that is the weight of the bike. So you guys may say like this is heavier, how can that be an advantage? The advantage is being like preparing you for the next bike that you will be upgrading. So since you are riding a 200cc, most probably you will be upgrading to a Duke 390 or a Apache RR 310 and or any powerful single cylinder bike like Dominar 400 or something like that. So the weight is 153 for this model, I think, or 152, something like that. So, and the KTM's they weigh around like 160 and 170, something like that. Apache RR 310 is kind of the same weight. So overall, like when you make the next jump, that will be more easier. So let's say you are owning an Extreme 160 or like Hornet 2.0. So they are featherweight light. So you can, like, when you ride both the bikes side by side, you can immediately feel the big difference in the weight, and that will be taking a lot of time to getting used to. So weight is the big factor when you will be upgrading from a beginner bike. So if the weight difference is too much, you simply can't get adequated to your new bike. So these were some 4 points, and the last point I would mention is the feature set. So it's okay that you do not need you want your bike to be as raw as possible, but having the dual channel ABS is really an advantage. So it's not bulletproof, all right. So if you have dual channel ABS, you will not die even if you are riding like 120 km/h and braking suddenly. That's not an point to make. The point is that you have a peace of mind, and that's really necessary when getting your first bike. So these are my 5 points which I really think that is great, and that makes it a great beginner friendly bike. So yeah, this is all, and just comment down below like how do you like the new location. I think there is some cow grazing around, and there is I will talk about these hills and how they are formed in the next part of the video. So yeah, thank you guys, thank you for watching, have a good one, stay safe, and bye bye.